Welcome to the Explainer. All right, today we're going to talk about a problem that quietly creeps up on pretty much every fast-moving startup, the hidden chaos of managing secrets. We're going to look at how to get out of that .env hell and into a clean, audit-ready setup that actually works when the pressure is on.
Okay, let's just start by admitting something. I think almost every engineer knows this feeling. It's that sinking feeling in your stomach, right? That mix of, I have to get this done now, and I really, really shouldn't be doing this. We've all been there. So this is all about finding a better way.
So where does this all start? Well, it begins with the humble .env file. I mean, when you're a team of 3, it's amazing. It's fast, it's simple, but then you grow. And by the time you're a team of 25, that same file is a ticking time bomb. Nobody owns it, there's no audit trail, and if a key gets compromised, good luck figuring out how to revoke it.
And this leads to a problem that has a name, secret sprawl. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's when one single critical secret, like your Stripe API key, ends up copied and pasted all over the place. It's in your CI variables, it's on developer laptops, it's in old chat messages. You think it's in one safe place, but in reality, it's in 8 different places.
And this is how it actually happens in the real world. It's almost never some dramatic hack from the outside. Instead, secrets just spread sideways, internally. A developer adds a debug line that prints a key to a log file. A build server caches an environment snapshot. Someone takes a screenshot to ask a question and misses redacting one tiny corner. And boom, just like that, your supposedly private token is now public domain inside your company. Look, this isn't just some messy tech problem for the engineers to worry about. This has real dollars and cents business consequences. Secret sprawl is exactly why startups fail security audits. It's what grinds your biggest enterprise deals to a halt. And when something inevitably goes wrong, it turns incident response into total chaos, which, of course, just chips away at the trust your customers have in you. And that's really the best way to think about this. It's a form of silent security debt. It just builds up quietly in the background while everyone's busy shipping features. And then it comes due all at once and always at the worst possible time, like when you're in the final stages of a huge deal and the customer security team sends over their questionnaire. Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's talk about the fix. And I want to be clear, this isn't about building some massive, complex, enterprise-grade system. This is about a practical, minimum viable fix, a sane, effective baseline that a small, busy team can actually get done.
The solution really boils down to a pretty simple 3-part stack. Number 1, a centralized source of truth. One place for all secrets. If an engineer on your team can't tell you where a secret lives in 3 seconds flat, your system is already too complicated. 2, identity-based access. This is huge. Your app should have their own identity, not use some shared API key that the whole team knows. And finally, number 3, you need a plan for rotation and revocation. Because when an incident happens, the only thing that matters is how fast you can hit that kill switch.
Now, this is a really important distinction to make. You have to think about 2 completely different kinds of access. First, you've got your humans, your developers. Their access should always come through your SSO provider, always use MFA, and it should always be temporary. But then you have your workloads, the apps and services themselves. The rules for them are different. They shouldn't have long-lived keys at all. Instead, they should get short-lived credentials injected right when they start up. All right, so to make this super practical, let's just run through the things you absolutely should not be doing. These are the most common traps, the anti-patterns that keep teams stuck in this mess. And honestly, just avoiding these will get you halfway there. So take a look at this list. If your team is committing .env files, even to a private repo, you're racking up that debt. If you're using the same API key in staging that you use in production, you don't really have a staging environment. If you're dropping keys into Slack, even for a minute, you're creating a permanent risk that someone will find later. And the big one, if you don't have a tested, documented plan to kill a compromised key in under 5 minutes, all your security policies are just for show. Okay, so that might seem like a lot to fix, but here's the really good news. Getting out of this mess does not have to be some 6-month painful overhaul. It's actually a focused project that a small team can knock out in a single 2-week sprint. You don't even need a dedicated platform team to do it. And this is what that 2-week sprint can actually look like. You break it down into manageable chunks. You start with discovery, just figure out what secrets you have and rank them by blast radius. In other words, how bad would it be if this key got out? Then you set up your central vault. The middle of the sprint is the real work. migrating your production apps one by one, starting with the most critical. And then you finish by writing down your emergency playbooks. And this is the most important part, you actually run a drill to make sure your plan works. So after all this, what's the one thing you should do today, right now? It's this. Schedule a 1-hour meeting. Get one backend engineer, one person from ops or SRE, and a product manager in a room. The only goal of that meeting is to whiteboard your top 20 secrets by risk and assign an owner to each one. That's it. I promise you that one single meeting will create more forward momentum than weeks of just talking about making a plan. It's about taking action. And I'll leave you with this final thought. Being prepared for this stuff, it isn't just about preventing a security breach. It's about being able to stand tall and confidently answer the tough questions when that big potential customer digs into your security. It's about giving them the confidence to bet their business on you. Because when your revenue depends on trust, being audit ready isn't a chore. It's a massive competitive advantage.